Sloop drink. Rumble cast.
Welcome everyone to this incredibly animated version of the Gaming Up North Ramblecast. Last time we had cursed audio, as in the theme song didn't play and I didn't realize. This time, OBS will not capture the video, which is something Paul might have to look out for the next time we're doing recordings. But yeah, welcome everyone. We're just gonna have to look at this. So I'm joined as always by my lugubrious co-host, Mr. Adam Ashbridge. How is your frozen self doing tonight?
I'm in exactly that same position and I can't move because pork chimp will not allow it.
Oh, he's very threatening.
He is. I can smell him from there as well.
And also we're joined by the co-host with the mostest. Sliding Sloop is also here in the Discord call.
Hello. I'm actually sat like that as well. I always flip people off all the time.
Yeah.
That's my natural state of being.
Yeah, it's either like under your desk or straight to the face, depending on the company.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
you guys can just relax now and proper slouch down and stuff. Like no one can see
I'm
you.
picking my nose right now, flicking it around.
I can't relax, you know this, Jake, so I'm sitting very rigidly right now.
In fact, it's made him more alert and noticing his surroundings for some reason. Right. So we're here to improvise about the news and all that good stuff. So yeah, sorry if anything's just totally like broken on screen. I mean, I know for a fact that the people aren't moving around, but if anything else weird happens, everyone just shout, Jake, help us, from the in the chat, I guess. But also, yeah, welcoming everyone, all the live viewers. Excellent to have you here. So we might as well just start with the good old what you've been playing while I set some extra stuff up in the background. So Sloop, have you been playing any cool games or watching any cool TV lately?
Games wise, Hunt Showdown.
Oh, you got back into that new update.
Yeah, and it's been a couple of years since I've played it, and there's so much more in it than it was when I first played it the first time around. But it runs so much better because I play on the console with my mates, and they've done a big update, so it's now supported properly on PS5. And it's so
because did it used to be
chef's
behind in from the PC?
Yeah. So it was basically PS4, but they never really took that much time to make it optimized for consoles, so it was always a bit laggy and a bit much for you for PS4 to like take sometimes. But they've made it good. I mean, there's a couple of things that have changed. The UI is not great.
I'd heard about that, and like Tim, because you kind of got me playing Hunt for a little bit. I didn't gel super well with it, can't lie, but it did seem super interesting. And to be honest with you, the menus and stuff were actually one of the cool parts because they were sort of in universe, weren't they? Like sort of stylized and stuff. Yeah,
and they still are. There's just a lot of stuff hidden in other stuff. And because there's so much more stuff in it now, different types of guns and ammunition and tools and all that sort of stuff, it's quite cluttered, and I don't particularly like the new UI that much. The game runs great though, and I had a whale of a time playing it last week, and I was a bit like,
is there any new boss monsters, or was it your classic guys like your freaky spider person?
Freaky Spider was there. Victor the Assassin was there. Scrapbeak was there. But there's a new kind of horrible, like, do you remember the whatchamacallit, the lads that were on fire and they would blow up?
Oh yeah.
And run towards you. There's like a bigger one of them now that throws fireballs at you. He's lovely. he's a lovely man, lovely dead man. But yeah, they've added a lot more variety and different sort of bits and bobs in there. And there's a brand new map which is in Colorado, and it's all like a mining town and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That sounds good. I did hear a lot of people like rushing back to the game, so it was like one of those releases where, you know, it actually got people to come back and play it, which is always fun.
They've done a lot of work to it, very clearly put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Adam, how about you, sir? We saw you smashing some Destiny on stream last week.
Yes, that's all I've been playing. Because they've just brought out the new. There's like acts for this season, and they've just brought out Act 3, and you can get new exotic weapons and stuff, and there's like loads of missions. So I've been plowing through that.
Did you activate that thing we found? What was it? A catalyst for one of your super guns? Yeah,
the Thunderlord LMG, and what it does is it, with every direct hit, it creates more lightning.
Right.
So, so if you're just shooting into like a group of enemies, there's just lightning bolts coming everywhere, and it's great. It's just like,
so it increased the amount of lightning strikes because it was already doing pretty fun stuff with like zapping dudes.
It's just absolute overkill. It's crazy, but enjoy it. It's good.
I haven't been playing a lot of stuff. Just a bit of Minecraft, which I've been getting back into. Trying to like take it more seriously and actually learn what the hell's going on. Because like I've played Minecraft in a few like different survival games over like, I don't know, like maybe the past few years, and I've kind of never got that into them. But I think it's because I don't sit down and take the time to learn them, and like that stuff's sometimes just not in the game. Like also like the information, you've just got to rely on like children who grew up with this kind of thing going on Reddit and explaining things like how to catch the horse and stuff like that. Turns out you need a saddle, which I fished out of the river for some reason, which again, how would you know that? But yeah, like Adam, your son plays it, so I'm sure like he knows a lot of random bits where you're just like, why does that work? And he's like, I don't know.
No, he can actually explain how the things work.
Yeah.
He's crazy. Like he's like an encyclopedia now. It's crazy.
If you let a creeper get struck by lightning, you get its head to wear as a hat or something. There's just lots of weird stuff. But no, that's been cool. I've been like, you know, digging holes and burying souls or whatever you do in Minecraft.
The casual burying of souls, that's the one.
Yeah, whatever Undertaker said.
No, do you not have to take them out to a desert for a long walk and leave them in the middle and let them walk back and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, and then you have to make snake trousers or something with Big Show.
Yeah, not my grave. 20 holes for 20 souls.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was referring to. But yeah, like other than that, what was that? I haven't really been like, have I been watching stuff? I was watching some of that new Batman cartoon that's on Amazon Prime. That was pretty good. I had to get an Amazon Prime trial so I could watch Hellboy. So I was like, well, while I'm here, I might as well start digging into what Amazon Prime's got to offer. Because actually,
some shit on there.
Yeah, it's pretty good at the moment. Because I was getting by with just on Freevee before, where you can sort of watch movies with adverts. It's not as bad as you'd think, because they just put adverts in the regular stuff now, even though you pay for it.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so that's pretty much been it. Just Minecraft and work and.
One thing I do want to say about Amazon Prime is that they've cancelled one of my favourite programmes of the last few years.
Which is what?
At a cliffhanger, and I'm like, fuck you. Outer Range. Which is like a sci-fi Western sort of programme. It's very strange.
Yeah.
And they've just done series 2. Ended really well. I was like, oh, great. I'm looking forward to the next series, and they've cancelled it. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
That's all. Yeah, when they do a cliffhanger as well, it feels like more criminal.
You should watch it though. I'd recommend you watch it. It's really genuinely really good. and it's just very strange. I can't really explain.
Well, yeah, you don't want
anything like giving it
spoil
away.
the cool stuff.
Yeah. It's got Josh Brolin in it, and it's got that lass who was in. Remember that shit remake of The Haunting, where the mansion with Liam Neeson and Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Owen Wilson gets his head bitten off by a stone line in a fireplace.
Okay.
I don't, but that sounds...
Well, there's a woman in that who just screams a lot. She's in it. She's in Outer Ranges, the mother. And
no, I need to find out now. So
I can't remember her name. I think it's called The Haunting. Yeah, it's The Haunting. Yeah, because it was in like 2000, and Liam Neeson was a psychiatrist and took all these people to a house.
Oh yeah, the irresponsible.
Catherine Zeta-Jones was one.
Right, let's have a look at cast.
What did Owen Wilson sound like when he was getting eaten by a lion?
Wow.
Wow.
This lion's nuttier than a road lizard.
There's a woman in it called, like, her real name is Lily Taylor.
That's her. She's in it. Because I get her mixed up with another woman that I can't remember the name of.
Oh, yeah, I recognise her. I can't remember what she's been in, though. A film called Mystic Pizza.
Hell yeah.
And Dogfight.
Mystic Pizza, Dogfight. Got
Is
it.
Mystic Pizza then the one with Julia Roberts in? Am I thinking of something else?
I'll have a look.
We're going down a rabbit hole here. Stop. Everyone needs to go and watch Outer Range.
I did watch
really good.
I did watch some Ninja Turtles for our cartoons podcast as well. So Mystic Pizza, whatever
Mystic
you said.
Pizza.
Yes. Julia Roberts and Matt Damon are in that.
Why do I know that? I've never seen Mystic Pizza. I don't know why I know that Julia Roberts is in it.
Hey, dude, it's
like
Mystic
Julia
Pizza.
I do not like I cannot name what was one film I like with Julia Roberts in.
What?
Conspiracy Theory. That's the only film I've ever watched with her in it, and I thought, oh, that's canny.
That's
only because Patrick Stewart's in it.
Yeah.
Got his nose bit off.
Oh.
By a stone lion in the fireplace. Again.
He got his nose bit off by Mel Gibson.
Oh, well, that's normal.
That was real. He actually did that on the set. Then he left a horrible voicemail. Hey-o. Oh, but yeah, I'm glad we're laughing because when I was looking back at the news, I'd quickly scribbled down on like the Google Doc that the UK was on fire. That was this month when people descended on our towns and and some very nice counter protesters fought them back in most places. Yep. But yeah, what the hell, man? August has been sick.
I think it's because the football's off. So the racists tend to go watch the football.
True. Right, it's back on now. So even though there's been no trouble now, the football's back on.
And also, I did just want to quickly mention that Sloop ended your illustrious streaming career on a high with one hell of a giant stream towards the end of last month. What's it been like after like coming off Twitch? Do you feel like a bit sort of more at peace?
Oh god, I'm far less stressed.
Yeah,
and
that's
it means
good.
I've had more opportunity to watch old wrestling pay-per-views.
Yeah.
When I get home from work.
Yeah.
Oh, can't just matter about the camera. So
exactly.
Yeah, I just it's been lovely, and I've managed to lose some weight, get a bit of exercise in, and
nice.
Do stuff, do nice walks, and not have to fucking worry about. I need to set OBS up, all this bullshit.
Yeah,
and whether or not Super Meat Boy's going to get captured properly so I can stream it appropriately. It's good. It was good crack when I did it, but it was just getting too stressful and too much. Just takes over your mind a little bit.
Oh yeah, well, it's always good to have a break. Like I'm gonna have a break soon because I'm going on holiday. So.
And then that means I'm in charge.
Yeah. So you can be the stream man.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Jake's away, I know that he would like to do this, but we should do like a wrestling show.
Yeah, you could.
Like me and Sloop go through like old pay-per-views that we want to.
Yeah, that'd be quite good fun actually.
Or you could watch like stupid compilations on YouTube because surely you won't get taken down.
We'll just watch Sid Vicious do power bombs for 60 minutes.
Yeah. He did have a good power bomb on him.
He did.
Terrible promos.
It was the height. That's the thing. Like,
R.I.P. Psycho Sid. Another wrestling angel has left us.
Yeah, mind that leg break that he had. Do you remember that?
Everyone shared that. Everyone shared that back in the file sharing days.
Oh,
that was proper rotten.com quality. Leg break there.
I've seen some horrible injuries in real life because I've played football for so long.
Yeah,
like some leg breaks and arm breaks and stuff like that. But I never had I seen one go that shape.
Sid got the Sunday League special, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Oh, just when he landed, man, this kid. Wow! Oh. Wow.
Yeah, but so let's get into the news. I don't think there's any more wrestling news apart from AEW had a kick-ass show at Wembley. So yeah, good on them for doing cool moves for the big crowds.
Yeah.
And Nigel McGuinness did a comeback, which was nice to see.
Yes, definitely.
That was a nice surprise.
Little old Daniel Bryan's back on top, or Bryan Danielson, I should say.
Just call him Son Brian Daniel. We'll call him that.
Dave Ospreay is my favourite.
Yes.
I love him.
Yeah. Right. So, let's get into some news. Is there any happy news? Does that happen anymore in video games?
Probably Nintendo suing someone again, is it?
No, I don't think I've got much Nintendo suing news this week. Oh, well, there was Bungie laying off 220 employees, but we're kind of in that period. I mean, I'm not downplaying it. It sucks, but since me and Adam started this show, I feel like we've announced a different layoff every month.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they think is going to happen to like the games going forward after this kind of stuff. But you do kind of see it in all businesses where they'll lay off staff to save a bit of money in the early year, and then like, oh crap, it's gone bad. Now we need to hire again at the end of the year. Does the cycle just go on forever? Is this where we're stuck now?
Because they're obsessed with dividends for shareholders instead of actually putting money back into the product. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They stop paying people at the top so much and giving them 49% bonuses, then maybe they'll be able to keep some more debt.
I'm sure we mention the bonuses every episode, don't we?
Yeah, down with CEO bonuses.
Can you hear my cat shouting?
No, actually.
Good, because it's the giant one. Obviously, we can't see him on camera, but he's been on camera a few times.
Yeah.
And he's got like the loudest meow.
All right.
He just goes like, it's like proper guttural and weird because he's so big. It's just getting.
it's just ambient noise.
To be honest with you, Discord like cuts off all outside noise. I've never heard anything going on in either of yours' houses.
I was going to say because no one else is here, but they are.
Yeah, you're in the asylum, Adam. I'm the doctor.
Oh, great!
Shake him.
Here's your peanut butter injection.
Sloop's the mysterious janitor.
I would be a very mysterious janitor.
But
I'd just wear bin liners on my head and cut the eye holes out, and you wouldn't be able to see what I look like anyway.
But then you would like see a equation on a board.
Oh yeah,
and you would go in and solve it.
I would, but I'd not use chalk. I'd put my finger into lemon sif.
Oh.
That's why I have 17 bottles of lemon sif in my janitor trolley.
Yeah.
So I can go around and just do all of the.
This is the law.
Equations on various walls. Yeah,
we haven't stolen it from a movie. Two different movies jammed
not,
together.
No.
Goodwill, Shutter Island.
Did you see a jam there?
But yeah, so one of the news stories I'd picked out that was a little more like sneaky and also tech related was someone. I assume like a sort of well-meaning science guy. Figured out how to scan, like packs of Pokemon cards with a CT scanner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So what that means is now people can be like, I have scanned this pack and I know for a fact there's a Charizard in there.
Oh.
Therefore, this pack is now worth like, $50,000.
Wow.
I don't know the exact numbers on stuff like that, but it raises, it kind of like undermines the entire collector's market for things like that, where because like sealed packs for some reason hold a lot of quality, because I guess it's like there's the chance you can never couldn't say, well, there's definitely not a Charizard in there. You used to be able to say that, but now it's like we can scan it and I know it's in here, and I know you don't have one, and it's kind of it hasn't fully shaken everyone, but I think there are people trying to set up cottage industries where it's like, okay, I'm gonna scan this, you pay me $75 and I'll tell you what's inside your pack.
Oh man, imagine then there's nothing in it and you've just wasted your, it's just a fucking scam, innit?
And because you know that now, you're then in a position of like, well, my sealed pack is worth a lot less than somebody else's.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, just seal them in like some sort of metal casement,
lead,
where the CT can't get through.
Well,
exactly.
thing, right?
Stop doing sealed packs. Just put them in lead packs and have people wheelbarrow them home if they're going to buy 20 packs of them.
Paul will probably remember these, like the like Panini football stickers, like Premier League football stickers.
I love them.
And the joy when you open one of those packs and you had like a shiny David Beckham. It was like, and you're just like, oh,
one of the badges.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. I didn't mind getting extras because I knew I could swap them with people at school.
Yeah.
But imagine having the ability to just scan the packet and go like, oh well, there's no good in there. Imagine standing in the newsagent and they're like, we just get out, and he's like, hold on a minute.
Let me just put it in my CT scanner that I've dragged to the shop.
I don't want to buy this packet. It's got 4 copies of Shaka Hislop's legs in. No, thank you. I don't want that.
That's a rare one, Shaka Hislop, man.
I've still got my Panini books. I've got a full 1996 one, which is the one that it was red on the cover.
Yep.
Had Nicky Barmby, Jamie Redknapp, and Ginola on the front.
David Ginola, man.
The 97 one I've got, but I don't think I filled that. I think I had about 2 stickers I needed to get. And they did a swap shop at St. James's Park, and nobody had the fucking stickers that I needed.
Awful.
It's better.
Fun fact about Shaka Hislop, right?
Yes.
Did you know he got his hand and fingers so badly broken playing football? Remember that they brought out some new goalie gloves after that called the Adidas Finger Saves, which had like reinforced plastic spines up the fingers.
Right.
He was the reason that they brought those gloves out, because his handbrake was so bad of getting the ball kicked so hard at his hand.
Is that why he was not a good goalkeeper?
After his hand exploded.
He was really good before that.
Is it because he couldn't catch a ball properly? That seems to be the issue there.
His hand had to get reconstructed, basically.
What the fuck what is it? Who the hell hoofed the ball? Was it
I'm trying to think if it was a Premiership.
The Cantona or somebody fucking lamping it or something.
Well, I wouldn't surprise you. Cantona stamp all over his hand, but like, it'll be someone with an absolute rocket of a shot, like. But
yeah, did they ever do a sticker of that Cantona kick? That would have been amazing.
The Crystal Palace fan.
Well, he deserved it. The guy deserved it. I
definitely.
applaud Cantona.
No, everyone at the time, in us our age, just loved that. We're like, whoa, someone did a flying kick into the crowd. Hell yeah.
Whoa.
It was only the weird dads who were like, oh, that's the sanctity of the game. It's compromised.
Whoa, he needs to be banned. Whoa.
And I'm just so glad someone got a nice photograph of it, because we couldn't freeze frame the videos and get like perfect shots.
Exactly. Like, they've got the perfect picture of him like mid-flight drop kick like in the crowd
with his collar up.
He always had the cut. Mind. Do you know what? He was an arrogant bastard, but he was so fucking good at football. He was insanely
you
good.
Need some characters like that every now and then in like sports and stuff, otherwise it gets too boring.
You do need footballers that assault fans every now and again. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. There was a lot of them like types in the 90s, or like Vinnie Jones was a rad package.
Neil
Dean Holdsworth for Wimbledon used to absolutely kick the cheeses out of people. So Steve Bould as well, he was quite aggressive in the back for Arsenal.
Yeah, he was.
Vieira. He was a bit
him and Roy King having battles.
Yeah. Anyway, is this the football Ramblecast? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's the turning Atletico mince for a little while there. But yeah, so I mean, I don't really deal in like sealed products and stuff. I mean, like, I've just got a pile of loose rare Pokemon cards right here.
Don't flash, I might come and rob you.
Got upwards of £40 worth in that little stack.
That'll get us 2 dominoes, that.
1 if you're lucky. No, but yeah, like I don't really like go for that whole like buy a sealed thing and keep it forever. So it's not going to affect me personally, but if that's something you're into, be careful what you buy, and I guess because you might be getting sold scanned. A duff pack that's been scanned already, and they're like, yeah, you can have it for £1,000, of course. I'll give you a deal. So yeah, but I think that's only like I say, one guy built the specific CT machine that does it because he like got one on the cheap because America's weird and they just sell medical equipment at like garage sales and stuff. And he did the work to like actually dial it in and stuff, so I don't think you can just take it with you to the hospital and like slide in with your card back.
The guy just eating a pack of Pokemon cards when he scan them.
Oh dear.
All right. So this next one is annoying because it regards another type of shutdown. So there was a video games magazine in America called Game Informer.
Oh yeah.
It got sold in like their version of Game, which is GameStop. It was sort of like their kind of they would shill you a subscription and your disc aftercare and stuff, but it had like passionate people working on it, and people liked the content of the magazine and stuff, and they had like online stuff. So I don't know what happened exactly, but it must have been like a sale of some kind of assets, or the company like shuttered that had held the license. But they basically like scrubbed it all from the internet like really quick before, like with no warning. So people had to like scramble to try and like save like the videos from online, like all the streams it had in like the early days of like YouTube long form content. And it was just like a really bad taste to be like, yeah, if you need to shut down a website, at least give people a heads up so they can download like backups and stuff like that. Because you see this so often where like people's work gets just like totally trashed because it's attached to a website that no longer exists.
Yeah.
And like if they didn't save it, or like, because you don't think anything on the internet's gonna die, but we've seen a few things.
I think things can be removed. The only thing that you can really go back and fight if is that Wayback Machine. But I read somewhere even that was under threat at one point. It might still be because people are claiming that it's copyright and all that sort of stuff. But
like
we need that record. You need that sort of record of things that have been on the internet and
the Internet Archive, I think, got sued because of like book rights.
Yeah.
And it's like honestly, like it's fair enough. It's not a real library, but like the Internet Archive, it was actually archiving stuff. Like we watched that BBC, like I watched the BBC thing Ghost Watch on there because that was the only place.
Nice.
It was on there in its entirety, and it's like that's useful. Like there was no way I could buy that on DVD. Therefore, like it needs to live somewhere for like for people to know it was real, because there's so much like fake stuff nowadays. Like you need a place for this stuff, and museums can't like handle it all, or like libraries can't really shoulder that type of burden to like archive the entire internet. But
and I think it does highlight in another issue with sort of just general ownership of digital content is and just general ownership of content is when you kind of go up the hierarchy of who owns it. It's a very small subset of people that own a lot of stuff. Like Disney own a lot of different companies beneath them. Same with like Warner Brothers and stuff like that. And we've seen it where Warner Brothers have took stuff off Max, Disney have took stuff off Disney, and then where does it go? They do as a tax write-off and go and stick it in a fucking warehouse. Nobody gets access to it. They have all the rights to do what they want with it. And fair enough, it's their property to do that with. But if you're releasing stuff and then you're taking it back off and then hiding it, I call bullshit personally. That's why I'm going to call for Netflix to release Midnight Mass on Blu-ray, please.
So I can actually have
a copy.
They still haven't released all the originals.
No. Give me that, Netflix, please. If it's, I'll pay you $27.99.
That's oddly specific.
That's the max.
And I will pay that for just for a basic Blu-ray. You don't even have to put any special editions shit on it.
Yeah. But it is opening a can of worms of ownership, and it's a worrying trend, I think, as well. Yeah, you're right.
It's just been scrubbed.
Yeah, because just recently there was that Star Wars Acolyte getting cancelled, sort of like weirdly abruptly, and then they took all the merch off the website, which was also a weird move. Unless it's some, like you say, if it's some kind of write-off thing and they need to be shown to like be taking things down, like not taking any further money on the product or something. It's odd. And I think they've deleted that Willow TV series as well.
Yes, and there was a Jeff Goldblum TV program that they hadn't deleted as well. Like, I mean, there's only one series or something.
Yeah, like the Willow TV series wasn't amazing. I watched some of it.
It was gash. It was gash shit. It was crap.
It was weird as well, but it doesn't deserve to be like deleted. Cause...
No. Very true. I agree with you. Like, what if we deleted everything that was shit? We wouldn't have like Troll 2 on DVD. We wouldn't have Plan 9 from Outer Space. We wouldn't have Double Trouble.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this now. For every TV show that you think is terrible, there is someone out there who loves this thing because Absolutely. They sat with it when they were a child. It was the only thing they had to watch, whatever the reason. Like, if you're gonna take things away, like Sloop says, at least have some way to buy it afterwards. Like, even if it was like digital, if I could pay like 10 quid to get Willow back if I really wanted to watch the TV show, like what's the harm in that sort of thing? Like having the option. Like, surely it can't cost that much to like have it somewhere on a server, and it's downloaded as people require it. It's like,
and then it's yours. And
it's funny what you're saying about like the merch and stuff, like the Star Wars Acolyte stuff. Like, surely they would try and make some money back just by selling all the merch instead of taking it down.
You think so? Unless there's something shady about it.
It sounds really weird.
But yeah, that set the Star Wars fandom on fire this month, and people were mad. I mean, I thought the show was fine. It was one of those like really inoffensive like young adult shows, and I'm like, yeah, like Star Wars it's a bit for everyone. There's like kids shows, kids movies, like kids cartoons. Like, there's slightly more adult stuff like Andor, but it's still not really adult. So having a young adult show made perfect sense to me, where it's like, yeah, this can sit in the middle somewhere. It's like half serious, half jokey. I
do feel it is an issue it's not necessarily just the Star Wars fandom, but like general fandoms where everyone thinks that the thing that they put out should be designed for them and their requirements and their needs. Like, no. There's plenty of shit that Marvel puts out that I know is not in my wheelhouse and is not designed for me. Thusly, I'm not going to let the other people have it. Likewise with Star Wars, I personally didn't like Boba Fett and I didn't like Obi-Wan. I haven't watched the Acolyte, so I don't have an opinion. I was very cool on Ahsoka, whatever. But I know fine well that there's probably a lot of that was probably not aimed at me. It's probably aimed at those people who know all the lore and have watched all this and have watched all that. And I'm quite a casual watcher.
We might be getting to the bottom of this. I do know all the lore, but I also hated those shows you've just listed. I don't know who to make Ahsoka for. I think Dave Filoni makes it for himself and Jon Favreau.
I did like Ahsoka because they put Ray Stevenson on the television, and I loved Ray Stevenson.
He was the best
in every conceivable way. I loved him.
Yeah. He was very handsome in that show as well.
He's a gorgeous.
In general, everything he's been in, just giant. Beautiful man.
Exactly. He looked like he could chuck you about a bit, but it would also be really, really kind.
He was like a dark Jedi who wasn't actually that bad. Like, when it comes down to it.
And then when in Dexter, he was like a mean gangster man who just shot people in the head. Turned out to be a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly. He was the Punisher one time. He's
that is Punisher. I know, like, people might hate it, but I fucking loved it. I absolutely loved it.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
Great film.
So he's a multiverse talent, and again another RIP. So, but deleting stuff sucks. Stop it. We're gonna try and leave all the Nerdy Up North content online. I mean, we've had to delete some stuff because of people. But if the fans clamor for it, we've got it. Like, okay, so this next one is kind of a silly one that again goes with like fandom. So like the game's insanely popular. with streamers and people alike. They added Dracula specifically from Castlevania into the game,
Right.
and it included lore in the game that technically hasn't been made into a video game yet, but it's been teased for ages and ages. So it just upset the fans who've been waiting for this game. Like, and it like referenced some kind of like, I don't know, like Dracula War from 1999 or something.
God.
And like everyone was like, you didn't make the game with Julius Belmont, you can't reference it in Dead by Daylight, you didn't make it. It's like, we've never played this story arc. And it was just like, it's one of those things because people are so up a height about anything Konami does that the fan base is just on a hair trigger for like anything that they might perceive
everything.
like they're like, this is an insult to the fans, and it's like,
you might as well have shit on me grave, I'm not even dead yet.
It was probably just some intern who like took the Castlevania like lore timeline and was like, okay, I guess I've got to put some stuff in his character bio for Dead by Daylight, right? And the fans were just like, it's a targeted attack.
I'm at that point now in my life where I used to be in fans when I was young, and he used to get quite
heated.
But I never got to the point where I was sort of actively having a conniption on the internet about how very dare you. And it's like, just get it, just chill out. Like, I know you like your shit and you're passionate about your shit, but it's not your shit.
Yeah, and like, like we're all passionate.
You can try and enjoy it.
Yeah, like we're all passionate about stuff, but I don't think any of us like would go get angry because of a timeline, like a fake timeline. Be like, you got to give us that game now. You've mentioned it in Dead by Daylight. Yeah.
No. See, the thing is, right, the only thing I think I could have ever been like that on the internet about was early 2000s wrestling.
Yeah, but yeah, you would have just been shouting at horrible people, I imagine, because I used to go on some
fuck
wrestling.
Off, Triple H, fuck off!
You and your reign of terror, you fucking prick!
I'm burying you. I'm alive, man.
Gonna eat plates and plates of shit.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, like, but that's the thing, like, fans like fighting about what's on screen, like, I feel like is more acceptable than like getting like conspiratorial about like the companies did this on purpose just to toy with us, and it's like,
just to toy with me. That's their thing. Like, it's
but yeah, like what Sloop was saying about media literacy, like you are supposed to be able to like look at a piece of text and interpret whether or not it's directed at you. And like, it's like movies aren't generally directed at the fan, like, you know, like average Joe sitting in the cinema, you know, like,
you're talking to me.
I think that's why people complain about like woke movies and stuff, because like they're telling me I'm a bad person. It's like, no, the kind of saying,
that's guilty conscience. That.
Yeah, like most movies are just saying like, oh, society is fucked up in some way, and like, yes, you're a part of it, but you know, it's not directly pointing the blame finger like out of the screen. Like
comes out.
What did Captain Marvel says? I'm terrible. But yeah, the fan base is exhausting, as Steph Sterling says a lot.
God, yeah.
This next one though, no one can have a problem with this. This guy's pet goldfish beat the final boss of the Elden Ring DLC on stream.
What?
So he had this grid set up on his fish tank, and then if the fish like passed the line, it would press a button.
What? Wow, that's dedication to the bit. I actually thought that was ridiculous, but I really now respect it.
Exactly, and I saw the clip, and it like he actually beat the boss like legit. I don't know what else had happened. You know, like if he'd like set it up with good equipment. I can't imagine it played the whole game, because it would have probably took like 100 years.
How did the fish know when to parry?
I don't know.
Because even I don't know how to fucking parry properly on an Elden Ring. Never mind a fucking goldfish.
I mean, I don't even want to say the name of the boss it beat, because it was like end level. You know, like the final DLC boss, but. Who's been terrorizing the scene recently, like you know it's like the new thing nobody can beat, but
Rupert Murdoch.
But yeah, like I should have got the fish's name, but I just saw the video clip. But well done, Goldfish, who plays Elden Ring.
GG Goldfish, we're all on your side. Very proud of you. I hope he gets some free fish flakes.
I know. I hope he lives a long and happy life after this
he won't,
massive
fish.
win.
He probably died of exhaustion the next day. He swam too hard.
Oh, man, you've only put 60 hours into Elden Ring, man.
That's very poetic, though. Like, it was a proper final battle.
He just floated to the
well, speaking of Elden Ring, Jake, do you know Randy Orton had been out with like a back injury and surgery?
Yes.
Like, he put 600 hours into Elden Ring.
Oh, I think I saw a quick clip of that. He was talking
to Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Cody was that guy who doesn't play the game that you really want to talk to, and like Randy was like,
wanted to talk about it.
He's like, I'd love to talk Elden Ring with you, and he's just like, I haven't played it. Like, I haven't had time to play it. You know, when you're just desperate to talk about someone and you can't find anyone. Like,
I understand where Randy's coming from as well, because I've been at that point where I've had really bad injuries, and you've had to like find something to do.
Yeah.
But back when that happened to me, it was like early to mid 2000s, so there wasn't as much, but like it was like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and stuff like that.
I've got an exact story of that when I had the mumps / glandular fever and got to play San Andreas, and that's a really good segue into our next story, because some Grand Theft Auto 6 details kind of leaked online. Obviously we don't know if any of this is true.
Can you take a dump in the street? That's the only way I'm playing it.
And then throw it and then pass it by.
Or just leave it there for someone to stand in. Like,
oh well, yeah. I mean, you could make the horse do dumps in Metal Gear Solid 5, and Keith has
imagine this is the reason GTA 6 has took so long, is that they're trying to make ultra realistic pavement turds for people like Adam.
Yeah, because I actually got in touch with them directly and said, like, I need
some good poop, man. Give me the good poop.
And they need to make a pork chimp skin.
Yeah.
So you can buy the suit from the shop, right? But then it gives you like symbiote powers when you put it on.
Okay. And then you'll make YouTube videos for children where he runs around and drives over Spider-Man and stuff like that. And Adam will be the new king of the brain rot YouTube industry. And Pork Chimp will be the new Skibidi toilet. You heard it here first. But okay, so apparently GTA 6, again, this is all rumors and speculation. Well, you know, from an inside source possibly, but it's apparently been in development since 2014 in some fashion, which is crazy, but like kind of makes sense for a company like that where they're trying to like be the next big thing every time they release a game.
And do you think that newly released Concord game, which has sadly flopped, apparently, that was 8 years in the making, and look how good that did. So scary. 10 years probably isn't that bad when you think of the size and the scale of GTA 6 and that sort of thing. But it is a long time. It's a long time.
And tech moves, so you probably have to like keep scrapping stuff. But apparently it's cost about $2 billion so far, dollars that is. It's going to launch. Wow. It's going to launch 2025's fall, so you know, autumn period. Apparently the state, which is called Leonida, will expand over time. So I guess they're gonna either block you off or like somehow make new islands and stuff available via DLC, which is interesting. Got 2 playable protagonists, Jason and Lucia, and coming to coming to console first, and the PC port is later, which I imagine people won't be too happy about. But that is how it's
tough shit.
I'm not happy about it on PC. No, I'm not happy.
Tough shit.
I'm not even bothered. Like,
it is how they've done it for like years now. Because I think the GTA 4 PC port was terrible, so I think they've learned the lesson on that one. But yeah, we're apparently.
Is there any news if there's going to be a small yoga mission like there was in GTA 5?
Let me check. No.
But you get that relaxed in the yoga mission that you shit.
On the pavement.
Really pushing this shit, aren't you?
It all comes back to it.
Everything involves shit.
Oh, not the YouTube poop again. But yeah, so like. What do you guys think? Like, do you think this is going to be like as big as they're expecting it?
Absolutely.
Because I think people they bought these new consoles, and I don't think anyone's like super happy with everything that like that's come out on Xbox Series and like PS5. So like, I'm thinking this is going to be like the next game that just everybody buys.
And it'll
all
make
at the
people
same
buy
time.
a new console for it as well, sort of thing.
And it's
Could
been
do.
so long since the last one.
Oh yeah, it was 2013, wasn't it? 2014.
Yeah, and I think people are clamoring for a really high quality single player generally game that you know is made by a studio that I think gives a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I would still be playing GTA 5 now if some twat in Russia hadn't hacked my account and I can't get back into it.
Oh yeah, he stole all your GTA Online monies, didn't he?
I had loads as well.
I never did online. I kept away from it because I know somebody who does do it. And he just goes around blowing people up in helicopters and complains that he keeps getting put in bad sport servers. I think, well, what do you think? So that's why
helicopter murderers.
Yeah. I mean, he showed us some videos.
Actions?
Yeah, his videos are quite funny that he sent us, and but at the end of the day,
I watched a couple where people were like trolling those like role play servers where he would like go in and pretend to be like some weird man and then be like, no, I didn't run that guy over, and then like have arguments with the weird like people who run the server.
I've watched some videos on that where they go around like pretend like they're role players like they're the police. And they're like acting like they're actually the police, and it's just like fuck off, man.
It was very weird. But there's like video games are for everybody.
Interestingly though, if it's come out next fall,
yes,
is that on the cusp of the next sort of consoles? There's rumours going around that they're going to be popping up in a couple of years.
It's funny, isn't it? Because like I feel like we haven't had a good run yet with these consoles.
I agree with you. Actually,
was it like 2 years for the new ones right now? Is it 2?
I think so, but I got mine like late into it. So but. Yeah, we'll definitely have a new Switch probably by that time, but that's not going to have GTA on it.
No.
Can you imagine it struggling to...
But yeah, so like Nintendo's a bit ahead of the curve now, like as far as releasing new stuff. So it'll definitely, like, you're probably right, Sleep, maybe a few years after the Switch 2. So
yeah,
but yeah, that means we'll just get GTA 6 remastered like we got with 5.
Yeah,
it's like, we've added first person mode, maybe.
We've added more realistic feces for certain people.
And now you can go in first person and look closer at it.
Your own shit.
Look at the texture on that.
Do a yoga move.
No.
Then stick your leg behind your head and look at your own arsehole, that sort of thing.
Now you just remake
You've just took it too far there, haven't you? Like,
no. That's what you want. You're talking about wanting to look at your own.
No,
bum.
I didn't say that. Jake was
your own bum solids.
No.
There'll be someone that'll do a yoga.
Are you telling me, right, when you have a shit that you don't look in the toilet?
No.
Let's put everyone on blast.
Not if I can help it.
Everyone check your poop for odd coloration.
You should actually though, odd coloration. I do actually have. I know you can't see it on camera, but I do actually have a book of poo on my desk.
Yeah, you used to read passages from it.
There is a bit of information. So if you have a black poo, right, this is out the book.
That means you've drank too much Guinness. It
means that you've got too much iron in, or you've got blood, but from higher up in your digestive tract. If it's red, you've either had too much beetroot or you've got blood from your lower digestive tract.
Yeah.
If you've got white or grey poo, you have some issues with your bile duct or potentially something wrong with your liver. Yeah. If it's green, then you've had too much spinach, or you may have a gastrointestinal infection. If it's yellow, you've got too much fat in your diet.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a lily.
Pick a lily, yeah.
You know, as a dog owner, a lot of this makes sense. But let's move on from the dumps.
Why is me poo yellow? I've just been eating jars of mustard for every meal.
You're getting like literal with it. Right. So this next one is.
Lee says his is blue. Stop drinking antifreeze then.
Oh yeah, and Panda Pop, that's all he drinks.
Yeah.
And also, Lee, no, I don't always end up talking about poo. I didn't start the poo talk. That was Adam this time. Talking about shitting in the street.
Got no evidence of that.
Yeah,
we're not deleting this digital information.
The cameras aren't moving, so you can't say that he really said it.
Well, then Lee can't say that it's me then.
Right. So this next one is about streaming. So apparently there's this streamer that stayed up for 265 hours to break a world record, as in like stayed awake with a Guinness, team, because they have to check you when you're doing these like endurance tasks and stuff, to make sure you're not like napping on the side. But yeah, like this is like really fucked up, because apparently this could take up to like 2 years of a perfect sleep pattern to put right. Like if you've stayed up for this long without any breaks,
fuck that.
It actually fucks up your brain. So yeah, like I kind of did want to talk like about like endurance streaming stuff, because I know like me and Sloop have done like a little bit of it. But I think like it's a bit of a dangerous trend, like really, when you think like if this is going to be like, because if he stayed up for 265 hours, someone's going to be like, I could stay up for 265 and a half, right? Like
it's not a thing to do to yourself. It is medically, it can kill you though if you don't.
Yeah. I think like
sleep.
you start to hallucinate after 72 hours, I think. So it doesn't even take that long to like, start seeing the shadow man and stuff like that.
I see shadow people all the time.
Yeah, but you have a sort of disturbed sleep pattern, don't you? Cause
I have autistic sleep pattern.
Yeah. But yeah, like because we've done like a 24-hour stream, and like I think I got like a sty in my eye like immediately after. Cause
you became ill, didn't you? You were like
kind of
run down and weird.
It's fucked, man.
What the fuck?
I don't think we should do it. And Nerdy Up North said we won't do it anymore. Like I think we said the most we were gonna do was like a 12-hour like all day thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's more manageable. 12 is because that's you can have a normal day.
Yeah, that's like a long work day. We've all worked like 14 hours before crap like that.
I think the most I've ever done has been, six and a half, and even then, I was fucking shattered. But I had been playing Trombone Champ, which is quite a taxing game, and I had been drinking quite a bit.
Yeah.
I had like a bottle of Baileys and half a bottle of whiskey, so that might have contributed to me being tired.
And like people in the chat were saying, I became Sonic the Hedgehog at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So like that was clearly a cry for help. But yeah, so I don't know, streamers just take it easy on the endurance challenges. Like it's fine.
Just don't. Yeah. No one's impressed. Like I'm not. If someone tells me, I've stayed up for 200 hours, I'm not going to go, well done.
I'd be like,
but if
what's
someone
wrong
told
with
me,
you?
but if someone told me, I did I ate 200 baked potatoes for charity, then I'm like, that's pretty impressive.
That is impressive, and you can do that in like the daylight hours.
Exactly. You can do that with sleep.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just thinking about. I'm just thinking about eating challenges. the other dangerous escalation.
Well,
that we could get into.
That's the picture I sent you the other night, Jacob. How many hot dogs I ate?
Yeah, you were like, I was like, oh, is that portion just for you? And you were like, yes. Is that not normal? I thought you were cooking for the family. If I'm honest.
No, that was all me.
And I've been learning how to make pizza dough, so I ate loads of homemade pizza last night because the dough was gonna go off. Look, sometimes you just have to eat too many carbs, and then
that's the only thing. With me, it's like if it's carby and salty, I want to eat it.
Yeah.
Like...
then you just do it, and then it's out of your system for a little while, and you can move on. The intrusive thoughts about eating too many pizzas is gone for a little while. It'll be back next month.
No, I could eat that many hot dogs every day,
I don't think you'll be very happy after about a week, though.
I don't think your intestinal system will enjoy that many hot dogs.
We're going to do like a super size where you have to eat 6 hot dogs for every meal.
Mechanically extracted meat.
And then it'll turn out you were faking it the whole time. Like Morgan Spurlock. Right. So, Sloop, you mentioned that game. What was the one that came out and kind of bombed, you were saying? Concord. So that's like an Overwatch-y type of game, right?
Yeah, it's like a hero, 5v5 hero first-person shooter thing. So
it seems like now is the time, apparently, for everyone to release their Overwatch clone. Because Valve had one that came out. It's not out yet. It's in like closed alpha I'm not even sure if you're supposed to talk about it or something. There was some weird stuff where like a news site ran a story and everyone was like, you said
it was The Verge. The guy, the journalist got invited to the beta or something and then wrote an article and everyone's going, oh, you're not meant to fucking write about it, you stupid prick.
Yeah, like
don't get a journalist in then.
Like you signed an NDA, but then he was like, well, I didn't sign it, I just looked at the screen. Like but yeah, so then but the one that people are saying is actually, apparently the Valve one is good as well, like people are enjoying it, but a surprising one that people are saying is good is Marvel Rivals, which on paper, when you think like, oh, they're going to put out a Marvel Overwatch clone, like in my head, it just immediately goes to like, this is probably like a phone game that someone's like trying to rip us off with. But by all accounts, it's actually pretty okay. And everyone hates Overwatch now, so I think that's going to be like one of the next big hits with people, because I think it's free to play as well. So
I'm a bit sort of like, I've played a bit of Overwatch. My first like hero shoot everything was Apex Legends, which I still do enjoy playing occasionally.
Yeah, I think Apex had like a little something special over like Overwatch and like Fortnite. Like it felt like it was like a full package when it was new.
Yeah. I mean, don't get us wrong. They're doing shitty things with it now and putting fucking battle passes and more different types of coins. And it is free to play, and I understand they have to make money in order to support the game continuing to be supported. And but like, I just don't engage with it. And I know some people want to engage with it. And the thing about Apex that I don't mind is that what you're paying for is not like XP boosts or level boosts. It's just cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. It's when you start getting the other stuff, which I think is a little bit shitty and a bit underhand.
I think like the only thing where it like falls apart a bit for like the player is like playing Overwatch and Apex. Like not for long, maybe like I've probably played like about 20 hours at Apex and maybe like 20, 30 of Overwatch like over the time.
Yeah.
But like I never felt like I unlocked anything good. Like it's because it was like you can buy loot boxes. Yeah. So like I came away with the unlock like feeling pretty bad about the loot boxes because I didn't buy any, but I was like, I didn't get anything good. Like so it felt like they were sort of hiding everything from you. So I think like people need to get the balance on that a bit better. I'm a little bit bored with that genre of it's just got overly saturated, I think. But like I'd potentially give Marvel a try, because like I'm not too like big on like shooters either, but if it's like characters with like superpowers that function kind of like guns, like I am a little more interested in that. Like I don't really go for like the military stuff so much, but yeah, like I'd give it a go if it's free and runs okay on Xbox. But I'm never gonna be that player again who's like getting good at like online stuff. It's just left me. The drive has left me.
No, man. We've got too many things to worry about, like mortgages and
too many carbs to eat, and wonder how many hot dogs.
We're laden by bread.
We're laden by bread and existential concerns. That's what the problem is.
And mechanically extracted meat.
I'll tell you what was this next one is pretty funny. So the Pokemon World Championships happened, which is where it gets together everyone from like the video games, the card game, like Pokemon Go, and I think that might be it. Is it like Pokemon Go, the video game battles, or Pokemon Unite, which is the Dota clone, like Defense of the Ancients, Dota 2 clone, and the card game and stuff. So like I was watching it for the card game, and one of the players who was near the top 4, and bear in mind this is the World Championship, so it's streamed out live, and $50,000 I think was the top prize money for it.
Right.
One of the players, after he won a match against like a kind of annoying deck, so it kind of stops you from playing, he basically made a jerk off motion after he beat the person. And it was on the stream camera for everyone to see. So Pokemon basically took him to one side and gave him a match loss, which then resulted in the person he beat going into top 4 of the tournament and then winning the entire tournament.
Oh man.
So everyone was like weirded out by this and being like, was that right? Shouldn't he have just been disqualified in top 4? Because the person that he went on to beat first was on this like historic like undefeated streak that had never happened before.
Yeah.
And I think had already beaten that guy earlier in the day and just like couldn't pull it off again. And everyone was just like, oh, this is really weird. And it was just like a bad end to like, you know, a fun world championship tournament. And like the commentators didn't really know what to say.
I had no idea Pokemon would be so controversial.
Yeah.
It's because it's kids. It's because it's like early 20s, like kids getting up there and being paid too much money, and like they're gonna do stupid stuff, which is fine. But I think this is where, you know, like esports and like video game championships.
I was just gonna mention that. Yeah.
It's like this is where it sometimes falls apart for me because it's bad spectator sport, you know, like and I know that's not the point, but at the same time it's like, well, you kind of should put on a good show for the audience. And like in my mind, putting a control deck which like, you know, shuts off abilities and makes it so people don't get to play properly against them, that's not a good viewing experience. And when it wins, you're just like, well, that was a wet fart of a night.
Yeah.
It's like someone winning a wrestling match with rest holds.
Yes. Oh yeah, it would be. You know, there is those wrestlers who try and slow it down, and like it's the kind of the similar thing where it's like, yes, it's a valid strategy. Maybe it's the smart strategy to be like the submission.
I'm sorry,
man.
I respect anybody that wins a wrestling match with a chin lock.
A tight chin lock.
A really tight chin lock.
It's all about the pageantry for me. If you're not doing flips, it's not worth it.
Yeah, so like this is where esports stuff just falls apart a bit, because it's like it's a bad spectator sport. There's like 20 minutes of like downtime between like matches and stuff. It's the same with like the fighting game tournaments like Evo. Like you wait so long for stuff to happen, and it's like, yeah, could you not have edited this together or something? We'll just watch it later.
Give it a bit of urgency, please.
But yeah, like that. So that rocked the Pokemon world, because like I say, it was on the biggest stream of the year. Doing a jerk off motion.
Awful.
But he hasn't said much about it, so that to me that sort of means he's sort of sorry and admits it, because he's not denying it, and he's not going on like rants on Twitter or anything. I think he's just held his hands up and being like, yeah, you caught me, sort of thing.
You got me jerking off, man.
Yeah, it would be like at the World Cup if like one of the teams got like kicked out, and then the team they beat got like moved up to the top of the tournament. Like I think people would be weirded out like by that as well. But it was funny. But yeah, also somehow Peter Molyneux returned to video games.
Oh
this
god,
week.
I saw that. Well, is it like a Albion? It's set in Albion or something, isn't it? But it's not Fable. Got to make sure that we know that.
He's just stolen the name of the land.
Yeah. But I like his reasoning for it is because, well, it's the old name for England.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he just got famous by making it.
It's also a pub in Riot Village.
That's what it's actually based on, I think. You know, that does actually link into this story, because obviously then he hit the media circuit and everyone was like, holy crap, he's back, because he's like a notorious sort of tall tale snake oil.
He's a blagger. He's a fucking blagger. That's what he is.
So for some reason he said this might be his last game because he smokes and drinks too much. And it's like, I think he's like gaming's really divorced dad. He's come back with his last like Ponzi scheme, like, I just need an investment, son, like I don't have much time left.
I just need to drink and smoke more, but I'm running out of money.
He's a strange man, but so look forward to more of that in the news, because
I just don't understand how he's got.
Should we try and get him on the show?
Yeah, he's probably come on, to be honest.
We can ask him about Milo.
But he's got such a good, like, he's made such good games in the past, but the last sort of, was it probably about 15 years?
Yeah.
Just shit in it.
He got into NFTs for a while. He did that.
He did it like a metaversey type game for a bit, didn't he? Where that fucked up and that flopped and it was all nonsense.
That's disappeared. He got it. He made that game where it was like an app where everyone tapped at this block to like chip away at it, and the person who got to the middle of the block got like a big prize, which I think they did actually make good on.
It was like it was a £20 voucher for kebabs.
Yeah, but I think he got to decide whether or not the game got like deleted or something. It was something. It was like it was very much like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory sort of weird story. That's why I think we could get him on.
Yeah,
if I just
he is a fascinating eccentric. I will give him that. And he doesn't seem. He seems like a proper blagger, but he doesn't seem like a huge dick like Bobby Kotick type arse.
No, he seems like he does seem like you say, a chancer. He's got like lofty ideas that he can't really like back up a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But like we were saying before about needing like crazy people in sports, like you need some kind of crazy dreamers in your sort of creative spaces every now and then. You don't have to throw your money at them, but just let them kind of like swan about and be eccentric.
Yeah, but he does need someone to like rein him in a bit. He reminds us a little bit of like if you're getting a builder in and you sort of say to him, I just want this a bit of an extension, one story, and then go, no, we'll do 2 stories. I'll put a fucking conservatory on the end. We'll put orangery. We'll put this. We'll even do your garden for you. We'll put some new fences up. We'll do all of your plumbing and all your electrics. We'll do all of it. And then he basically comes in, knocks 4 walls down, and then goes, shit, I can't do it, and then leaves.
That's this is harder than I thought.
Yeah, it's just not what I expected. I'm going to leave now. You can pick up the pieces. Goodbye. And he rides away on like a horse with a few shovels on the back.
I will be dead soon.
Yeah. I'm off to get a pint. I'm off to get a pint of Tennant's Lager and a packet of knobby nuts, and I'll see you in never.
So Joe's saying the person won 25 quid to spend at the Binley Mega Chippy. Yep, checks out. Joe's a reliable source. Right, so this next one's fun. So Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out later in the year, and they've finally unlocked the armor for any gender. So it seems like you can just put the classically female armor on your male character and vice versa. Right. And the fan base is absolutely loving this because you've got like guys being like, I'm gonna dress up my man so slutty, and then you've got girls being like, I'm gonna like make my woman a like impenetrable armored fortress of a lady, like of an anime girl. So like it's just one of those good changes that seems to have made the entire fan base happy, because like it's like in Dark Souls, like at a certain point you want to dress up the character, and like Destiny, like you want to dress them up however you like, like some people will pick the best stats, but there's plenty of people out there who are like, where's the fashion? I'm playing fashion hunter here.
Where's the sass in the ass? That's
Destiny 2, I'm both good stats, but good, like it looks aesthetically pleasing as well.
Yes, because you've got like a glamour thing where you can pick anything. But so that's a good change. Good on you, Capcom. Let us wear whatever clothes we want because it's a video game.
I always find it odd though that they have gendered armor anyway, because like what's really the difference? Sure. Yeah, what's really the difference apart from like you got tits, someone's got bigger tits. Like, why, really the only difference.
Like why would the lady monster hunters want to wear like hot pants?
No. Yeah, exactly.
Because bearing in mind these are all crafted from the monsters and like have like elements of them on your outfit, and it's like the man's like making this like armored suit, and the lady's like, I think like chaps would be pretty good. Like like that'll be enough.
Chaps.
Both of Shawn Michaels look.
And they both have like the same move set, so like it's not like there's no mechanical difference between playing as a man or a woman. So
that just never made sense. I always find it
very anime
odd.
And stuff, like but like I said, now people can choose, because obviously there's people who want to like dress like that, like dress the lady characters up like that, and now they can.
You just wear jogging pants.
Sometimes it depends if there's like, if they did like a weird deal, you would sometimes get like odd clothes, like if they did like
I just like the idea of equipping lots of shit and wearing jogging pants and a Pink Floyd t-shirt and just barreling in there.
Or like an armoured bin bag.
Yeah. Oh, I like that idea. Bin bag can be very snug as well. You can hide a lot of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. Especially those 100-litre ones that are for like wheelie bins.
Oh man, heavy duty.
Or an armoured bag for life if you want the real strength, tensile strength in your armour. Because that's got more tensile strength than a bin liner.
And then we could charge people to put the branding on it. So yeah, it's perfect. Right. Okay. Yep. Let me see. Xbox gamers were mad. Indiana Jones is coming to PS5. That's not really worth talking about because they should just shut up. Right.
So is Indiana Jones game not coming to Xbox at all? Or is it going to be late first to Xbox?
It's a timed exclusive, and then everyone's like, "All right, you can't put that on PS5. That's my Xbox game." It can, and they will.
Shit. I hope it's really shit.
I think it'll be fine. It's just going to be a fun.
It'll be shit. Why do you want it to be shit?
Are you about to express your hate for Indiana Jones?
No. Just when people go on like that.
You want to punish them?
Yeah.
You want some retribution?
Also because I like Indiana Jones. To be fair, I do hope it's good, but I hope they don't enjoy it. The ones who released about it.
He's pointing directly at everyone, and a curse is coming out of his finger. I see.
Yeah.
Look out!
Coming out of Pork Chimp's fists.
Right. So there's this game came out called Black Myth Wukong, which was like retelling of Journey to the West, which is kind of what like Dragon Ball's based on. Like Goku is it like Sun Wukong? Yeah, Sun Wukong. That's what Goku is. Monkey boy travels around with a pig and a girl, and has adventures, looks for stuff. It's kind of like a Souls game made in China, but it's been like a really weird talking point around this game because the devs were kind of exposed as like being sexist and saying like
there's a surprise,
saying there's no women in the game and stuff, and like don't talk about feminism when you're reviewing the game, like they put out statements and stuff.
Ooh. And
everyone's sort of like piggybacked on this game to be like, this is real video games, like it's none of the woke stuff.
Oh God.
And I'm just confused why it's this game that's never been like talked about until like last year or something.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, it's top of the Steam charts, and it's like, are they just that desperate for a win, like to be taken seriously, that they have to like buy anything that's like seen as like not woke? Which like what even is a woke video game? Like, you know what I mean?
I just hate people throwing about the word woke when it's like
they don't know what it means. They're just it's a thing. It's a piece of it's a word that has a meaning that isn't its original meaning that they can just throw at it. Go, you're not gonna like that because it's this.
But like, it's the worst part
boring.
The worst part is though, like, because obviously, like, I moderate the Nerdy Up North community, and you get some people that genuinely believe that that's the default opinion, that like woke stuff is ridiculous, like PC gone mad sort of stuff, and it's not. Like, among like normal people, that's not the normal reaction when someone's like, oh, there is like a political element in this game, or they've taken away genders. It's just you just pick what your character looks like. We don't say like, do you want to play as a man or a woman? Like the normal person just sees that and goes like, yeah, fine, and doesn't think about it. But there's definitely a subset of nerds who think this thing, like, everybody thinks it, and it's like, no, it's just reserved for like a select few noisy people. And like, I had to delete something this week where someone was like, can you believe this guy's a woke game where it's like you can activate a trigger warning and stuff? And I didn't really read into it. I just kind of deleted it and was like, this kind of stuff doesn't fly in Nerdy Up North. Like, you're just trying to rage bait people. Like,
what does a trigger warning do to you? It's not for you.
Exactly.
It's for someone who might have sensitivity around certain subjects and certain issues,
and it's just weird,
and that's fine
because people often say stuff like shoving it down our throats. That's a very popular phrase with them. This, like, they say it all the time. Like I say, this is because I've deleted many of them.
I was.
And like, I think it's literally just being shown something it comes back to media literacy again, like being shown a character that is not a direct analog that you can relate to makes them angry and feel like they're missing something, like something's been taken from them. And it's
I just don't know how these people who complain about that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So if they were, I'm going to guess some of them are probably a little bit younger than us.
Yeah, probably.
And if they got a PlayStation in 1995 and played Tomb Raider,
yeah,
how the fuck would they have coped? Well, this is a man. This isn't a man. This is a woman with voluptuous polygonic chebs. How the hell am I going to play this? Why can't I play as this the butler or something? Or the tiger or some fucking bullshit? It's so annoying. Like, I've played so many games where I'm playing as a bloke or I'm playing as someone who's not me, because that's not the point. The point is that you're playing a character and you're going on the journey with that character, and that character is not you. That's what makes the whole point of the game enjoyable. If you're just wanting to be you in a game, you need to go to shops, buy yourself some hot dogs, maybe and a pizza. Ooh, and some garlic sauce, and just go and fucking watch a film instead. Or just go and speak to other people. Like I don't get why you'd want to go and engage in media that is just a direct reflection of you.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying with this, and I know the problem. It's obviously, you didn't hear people complaining about playing Bayonetta and stuff like that, did you?
Oh, no.
Because if the woman is universally attractive...
Oh, yes,
then it's acceptable.
They don't mind.
Yeah.
So it's just sexism bullshit, like. It's
it's like that the Star Wars Outlaws. It was a kick-off because the woman wasn't attractive enough in the trailer, and I'm thinking,
what are you planning doing, having a wank watching it? Like, is that what?
It's not about the woman. Like, have you seen how sexy that droid is that she hangs around with, like the cowboy droid?
I know.
He's got that special something.
To that?
Exactly.
How can you be compared to that? It's like
like
unbelievable.
It's just a very strange viewpoint, and like I say, if you just hang about normal people like who like media, like that's I think that's the thing that separates them. Like, do you actually like any of this stuff? Like, what are you playing it for? Like, are you trying to recapture something? Whereas like we're watching stuff because we like it, and rarely am I forcing myself to play something that I don't like the look of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I played Colin McRae Rally not because I was a good rally driver in real life, because I wanted to try and be a rally driver, and I was terrible at it.
And that's the thing, right? Like, you grew up in the 90s and like the 2000s when video games were incredibly hostile to women, where it was like, it's the boob ladies everywhere, and it's like, it's you're not cool unless you're a guy with guns. and you still found like something to love, and it's like it's as if these guys are having like a small, like the tiniest taste of like what like people experienced who weren't like the white guy, and like they just go totally off it, and it's like, this is why people are making like games with different types of characters, because historically they haven't been seen, they haven't had a chance to like see themselves and stuff. But you're right,
very odd.
Just go and play something old that you do enjoy, like be
a dragon and play a Spyro you sad at, like, if that's what you're going to complain about. Just go and do that instead.
I could never relate to this Bandicoot does not
does not represent me. How dare he? This woke Bandicoot jumping on things.
Again, though, an excellent segue. They've only gone and announced today that they're remaking Croc, Legend of the Gobbles.
Oh my god.
Like remastering it. So they're just going to make it look nice. But it looks accurate. It basically looks how you remember PlayStation games in your mind's eye.
Yeah.
And then when you go and play them, you're like, oh no, this is muddy and like everything's really sharp and ugly.
These controls are horrible.
Hopefully they fix Croc's tank controls. That would be nice. There was some actually like fun stuff announced like just over the past few days. I was like feverishly writing stuff down, like, please stop announcing things. The Power Wash Simulator guys announced that you could go and clean Shrek's swamp. You can actually
content I've been waiting for.
You can actually go and spray Shrek's toilet down.
And also there's a Warhammer expansion in it as well.
That's too filthy.
What?
I can't
in Power Wash Simulator?
Yeah. Warhammer 40k. There's like a fucking like throne room or something. It's crazy.
I can't clean that. That's much too messy. But like Shrek, it's like you're like cleaning off multicolored paint, so it's not as if you're like cleaning up his swamp. You're just sort of resetting it to its natural dirtiness. But
is his swamp being graffitied?
It looks
like
it. Is that
what you're cleaning up?
Yeah, like multicolored.
Who's taking the time out?
That's a hate crime, that.
Well,
Who's taking the time out to go and graffiti a swamp? That's very strange.
If you play any of those like weird side DLCs, they usually have emails like that your character gets for the job.
Yeah.
So there probably will be some like emails from Shrek
I
explaining.
hope it's a voice note. And not an email.
Yeah, because it's like there's a Bikini
Myers.
Bottom one.
Yes.
And there's a Back to the Future one as well.
Yeah, and there's been like Final Fantasy bike you could clean.
And,
and the Tomb Raider mansion.
Lara Croft's mansion, aye.
Because you would get emails from the butler, which that was when I learned he had a
name. Why he was locked in the freezer, yeah.
Power wash
Can you
me.
Come and let me out and power wash me down, yeah.
But yeah.
Touching all that frozen meat again.
Oh, they announced a fun new dating sim, which is called like the Date Everything game, where it's like, it's the refrigerator has turned into a hot guy, and you can talk to them. And they were like, you can date anyone. Didn't show the toilet though. That's important.
Is it anyone or anything, as in inanimate objects?
They are things that then transform into like, anime people. So like
makes sense.
Including the text box from the game. It's like text box Chan is here. and your own existential dread was personified as like a guy called Doug. So it was very like tongue in cheek, like making fun of dating sim tropes. But I kind of want to get that and see who I can romance in the household.
If you do get it, let us know if it's on like Hatterful boyfriend levels of
It probably was inspired by that, but I want to date the toilet. I can't lie.
Toilet scene.
I can't lie. That was what I was thinking while the trailer was playing. Also trailers. We got the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie trailer, and it revealed what's he called? Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Not that he said much. He just went like, "You guys are pretty colorful" or something like that. But yeah, it looks okay. At Sloop, Adam, have you seen the Sonic movies at all?
I've seen the first one.
Right.
I know Ruben wants to watch them, so
did you get the feeling, Sloop, that it was an incredibly like weird production? Like, it didn't feel like a real movie. Like, it felt like half of an advertisement, and I know there was a lot of product placement.
Yeah, I didn't dislike the first Sonic the Hedgehog film.
Yeah, but the human characters specifically, like every scene with them was just really weird, and like there was the whole like wedding subplot in the second one, and I'm just like, what's going on? It felt a bit like whoever was writing and editing and directing the first one had ingested substances throughout production, and it didn't feel like it was unfinished. It just felt like it was chaotic. Really chaotic and unfocused, and a bit sort of like way too many characters, like human characters to juggle, like a weird like the cop and stuff, and he was. Yeah, and he just never stopped smirking, and I kind of hate actors where you can kind of tell that they're sort of like smirking through the lines, and I'm like, okay, you and I may know this is a joke, but you're at least supposed to present something like believable to me as the viewer.
It should, for me, the Sonic games, it should have been Sonic and obviously Tails and whatever.
Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik, and then maybe a couple of supporting human characters.
Yeah. But not like an entire family's worth. And stuff
too much of a roster, I think, for that.
But yeah, it just feels like a weird tax write-off movie, the second one.
Probably is.
Because like, I'm sure they go to like Hawaii, and I'm just like, you guys wanted a vacation in Hawaii, right? Or there's some kind of like tax break.
They get a tax break, for filming there. Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I'll probably watch it when it hits Netflix. Like, I'm not paying for this shit.
Nah,
is what I'll say. But yeah, it does look exciting in that it's like sort of following the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline. So you'll get your like, Dr. Gerald Robotnik, like, you know, his father and stuff like that, and all that weird stuff. And but I don't, we can't talk too much about Sonic and his horrible lore.
Yeah, because he might appear.
It's just, I don't want to think about it. It's way too anime, and people take it way too seriously, and it's all trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it on everything on the game.
I've realised the theme of tonight has been fandoms and fans take things too seriously,
and like and companies like run wild, you know, like just going absolutely nuts out there and doing anything they want,
then deleting them.
Yeah, and then deleting the evidence. But yeah, like on that sort of subject, like people did save a lot of the Game Informer stuff and put it back out on YouTube. So the people who worked there were like, we're not going to let this die. And it created some nice conversations and hopefully tipped some other people off who work for websites to maybe, like, you know, download your stuff. But yeah. But yeah, guys, that does it for August. Who knows what the hell September will bring to us.
The first will bring my 37th birthday.
Whoa! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so I feel I'm edging ever closer to 40, and it's quite sad.
I'm glad you didn't stop after saying edging there. I thought you were.
I just feel like I'm edging. Just keep silent.
That's where you're going to go. That's all right. 3 years to your 40. That's not that bad. I'd still be okay.
Also, nothing really happens on your birthday. Like, you don't feel any different than the night before. Unless you get
I had a really good long wee on one of my birthday.
Was it like one for the record books?
It was really. You're sitting there and you're going, where's all this coming from?
Yeah, this can't have been held inside of me.
Back to the toilet sounds. But yeah, that's been the Gaming Up North freaks on another Ramblecast for this month. We've messed about with the schedule a bit, where we're kind of just going to do the monthly cast and then stick to like Twitch streams for the rest of it. But obviously we chat a bunch on the Twitch streams because it's always two of us doing stuff. So that's kind of like half a podcast right there. But yeah, we might hit like a mid-month episode if something like interesting comes out and we all play it, or, you know, something deserves to be talked about. But you're probably just going to see monthly Ramblecasts. And
then the rest will be just us streaming.
Yeah. But, like, you know, we might not always do games as well. Like, I mean, I was talking to these guys before. I was watching some old Crime Stoppers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, this would be really funny because of all the reenactments to watch on stream. And I don't think anyone owns the rights to it. So yeah,
I'm gonna Google that right now.
We're just gonna have some more fun and less like stringent productions. But yeah, thanks for bearing with us through all the technical issues. We got the music right this week, but the visuals went to shit. But that doesn't matter for the audio listeners, who, again, we are endlessly grateful for downloading and listening to us. I do a little edit, so it's nice that people actually do download it. But yeah, I don't have anything left to say unless any of you guys do. The floor is
just
yours.
I've got one more thing to say. Netflix, if you are listening, please.
Oh God,
they definitely are.
Please, Midnight Mass, $27.99. You know it's the right thing to do.
Sloop needs a soliloquy content. She needs actors who stand in front of the camera and do grandiose speeches.
That's not how Midnight Mass works. There's cool gore in
some of it.
There is. I mean, the
it.
Guy's a priest. Of course, he does it.
I like it too. Like, I like a good,
Mint.
monologue and stuff, and like, ramp. Yeah, no, I liked it. But yeah, Adam, how about you?
Weasels are class.
Weasels.
Yeah.
I Am Weasel was cool.
Yeah. How about you know what?
Cool.
We'll bring in everyone's favorite segment. Not in my gravy. So Adam.
Yeah.
Weasels.
Once again,
Mull it over.
they're quite a greasy little animal, aren't they?
Gamey, I would think. As well.
Gamey. And imagine, you blend that up. Aye, they'll make a pretty good gravy. Obviously, like, you have to steep it for a bit, don't you? You can't just like you got to get all the juices out.
Okay.
Make correct gravy. So I'd say yes, it makes a good gravy. So
yes, in my gravy.
In my gravy. Yes, in my gravy.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Weasels are quite like muscular, so there'll be a lot of like sort of richness in the gravy.
Yeah.
As well.
So if it popular to contrary belief or whatever you call it, yeah, the less stressed an animal is, the better it tastes.
So you taste horrible, is what you're saying?
Yes, I would taste like the worst.
So don't eat them, all right? Cannibals
Very
out there.
sinewy and
tensest meat on earth is Adam.
But so I'd imagine weasels being quite stressed.
I think so, because there's a lot of scurrying to do when you're that small.
Nah, I think they're just gazelle. They're just fit. They're just gazelle, like they move quickly. I don't think they're necessarily stressed because they usually just weasel about, don't they? Weaseling.
Yeah.
Going, I'll tell you what. I'll have a quick Google, see if there's any scientific content about are weasels stressed.
But yeah, if you guys want to suggest any of your own items for not in my gravy, feel free to submit answers on a postcard.
We'll make a musical piece for it and audio clips for in the future.
I just want to say the thing, if you type in "are weasels stressed" into Google, the first thing that comes up is a 1972 scientific paper called "Metabolism of Weasels: The Cost of Being Long and Thin."
So
there you go.
It's about me.
The cost of being long and thin.
Apparently, the metabolism of cold, stressed weasels, I don't know why that's funny, is 5 to 100% greater than that of normally shaped mammals of the same weight.
Okay,
Ooh.
so we've got a tough life being long.
I feel like I've got some research to do.
I feel like Adam's going to come in an animal.
No, right. This is the thing, right? Because, like, I've got like a weird metabolism. I always have, Jake, haven't I? I could eat loads of food and not put loads of weight on, whatever. Yeah. But apparently, even though I can build muscle very easily, it's really hard for tall people to build muscle like a shorter person can. Oh,
so you're thinking if it, like, just bear with me here, if you like inject some kind of weasel serum into you like a Spider-Man villain, like you'll be able to gain more powers of length.
Adam, can you attain a spherical resting posture? Because that will help you apparently. And
I heard of that. I've heard of
just curling up in a ball and sitting there.
Was that kind of resting?
Like, it's kind of like doing this, you know. I actually read about this, the animal that Pikachu's based off. Apparently they have like a sphere mode and then like a stretched out mode for heat regulation. Like if they need to be warm, they go into like the orb and just like oh man, yeah.
Apparently as well, weasels have I want to quickly just Google it and make sure that's nothing too weird.
It's not fake
Hold
news.
on, wait a minute. No. Wait, Beth's saying you calling us shorties fat. That's not what I said.
He says you're a weasel.
No. We have better metabolism. Is that what you're saying?
No, I have a better metabolism than most
you have
people.
A better metabolism because you're long and thin.
No, but I've had the same metabolism my whole life. Like,
get the weasel serum.
I can eat like a 3-course meal and be hungry half an hour later.
That would just annoy me.
So according to this as well, in evolving an elongated shape to enable them to enter confined spaces in search of prey, weasels have sacrificed their energetic efficiency.
Whoa.
Sounds exactly like me.
This increased ability to obtain prey has been made possible by their elongated shape and sexual dimorphism in body size.
Whoa.
I don't know what sexual dimorphism is. Adam. That's why I wanted to look it up.
But
this has become a science ramblecast now.
Yes.
We rambling.
Oh, apparently it's like us. It just means that depending on the gender, the bits are different.
Right. Okay. Okay. But this is just more good points in the column of
Anyway.
weasel serum. Just in
We are closer to weasels than we think.
get
I'll
the
give you some
sign.
updates. I'll give you some updates on my findings next time.
Get Professor Weasel onto it from Spider-Man's universe.
I know Alan Weasel quite well. He's very known
We'll
in the
just
Weasel world.
we'll just send Adam into the multiverse to find the scientist.
And then I'll be sending video like diaries back here. I'm not coming back. It's too nice here.
I can fit in the small holes to get my prey.
I can now attain the resting position that is spherical thanks to the serum.
Oh well, this has been your
all the weasels eat me.
This has been Not in My Gravy, where you will learn about the item selected for Adam's perusal. Learn too much, some would say, but not I.
Yeah.
But yes, goodbye from everyone here at Gaming Up North and the Nerdy Up North
I would
family.
wave, but it would be fucking pointless.
You're waving in a certain way. With two fingers
Jim's
only.
definitely waving. He's more of like an angry man shouts at cloud, isn't he? Like sort of.
Yeah, like he's doing like a I'll get you for this like kind
Weasels!
of pose. But yes, goodbye, and we'll see you all on the next fun stream. I am Weasel, I guess is all I've got to say.
I'm not. I'm Baboon.
Goodbye, everyone.
Put your ass away.
Sloop, drink.